Thank you for joining my Working Gun Dog channel. Pups are 16 days old, and we're going to go through the worming process that we've been through. So at day 40 of Jet's pregnancy, we put her onto Panacur, which we gave her 1 millilitre per 4 kilos of her body weight. So roughly we were giving her 7 millilitres per day from day 40 of her pregnancy, and then we carried that on to 2 days after whelp. And this was to give the dogs a natural drip feed as she's taking it in and not giving her a full worming dosage. This gives them a small tolerance straight away for when they come out of her. So then what we have done for the last 2 days is we've been giving them a millilitre, because they're just over a kilo, 1 millilitre of Panacur, and we've been doing that through a syringe, obviously, but without the needle on it. So we're now on day 3, and that's the process that they need to have at 2 weeks, and then at 5 weeks we'll know their weights again, and there'll be a bigger dosage of it, and we'll give them a dosage at 5 weeks, and then at 8 weeks, when they're ready to go to their new homes, that's when they'll have their last dose of Panacur, and again it will be for 3 consecutive days. I really recommend this product, especially with puppies. Obviously you're not giving a big amount of toxins as one big hit into them as you're dripping it in over 3 days, and it's a really good way of doing it when your dog's in whelp as well. So I'll show you my way of doing it. It's pups will definitely pull a few faces, I'm sure, but as you can see, just got an everyday syringe. You can pick these up from pharmacies or your vets, and it's usually quite nice when they're asleep. I'm just going to pick his head up and just fire into the back of his gob. They don't like it, as you can see. Give him a bit of attention. So it's probably like we've just eaten a really sour sweet for them for a moment. So he's had his milliliter, he's had his dosage. This one's up. I'm going to do the same again with this one. And we can do this one as well. And they do spill a bit out, that's why I tried to get it quite down the back of their throat. I mean, this one might let me do it while I'm... Yeah, that woke her up, bless her. What we'll just do is give them a good doggies. I know. So yeah, a little bit comes out, but they'll soon rest up in a minute, and they'll have forgotten all about it. And they'll certainly forget all about it, because it looks like Jet wants to come in for a feed. Come on, Jet, get in. Good cow. And we get little mum some space. Come on, then you come. And one of them's already realised, so we'll just zoom out as we're going to come in for a feed now. Good cow, Jet. So, alright. We'll just come out. And so nice and easy for these pups. I've pretty much forgotten already because they're trying to clamber to get to the right side of mum here. But they've pretty much forgotten that they've had that already, and I think they're pretty excited to get into her. So what I'm going to do is this one has got right underneath her, so we'll just track him round. And you there. Make life easy. Sorry, buddy. We'll leave them to get in to get stuck in and have a good feed. But yeah, they definitely enjoy their time at the milk bar. I'm sure it's not as enjoyable for Jet. So she's had 16 days of this now, non-stop, every sort of hour or so. If we can get her to go down, you can see they don't hold back. Good girl. But she's being a great mum. And as you can see, they've already forgotten that they've had their Panacur. So I do think it's a good method. And obviously, if you can squirt it down the back of their throat, they're more likely to retain most of it, which is always the battle. So they're 16 days old, so at day 14 we started the process, so 14, 15, 16 for 3 days. We'll do the same, we'll start the same process at 5 weeks old, and then we'll do the same process just before they're about to leave to their new homes. But fairly harmless. I mean, sometimes when you use tablets and stuff like that, you've still got to try and get them to take it down and stuff, and it's a lot more difficult. So I quite like this method. Pups seem absolutely fine and back to normal. And I know a lot of my friends who breed use it as their way of whelming their pups. So hopefully that's helped people. That's how we do it. If you're enjoying these videos, we obviously will be taking these puppies. They will be being rehomed at 8 weeks old, and we'll hopefully do daily videos for you up until that point with any of the tips that we've got to making sure that they look as chunky as they do, and we'll be doing weekly weigh-ins. And then when they go to their home, we will probably have one that we're keeping, and we'll follow that through with all the training that we'll do to get this dog to competition standard and hopefully competing in field trials. And we'll show you any of the tips, tricks that we use to get our dogs there. So hopefully you're enjoying this, and if you are, please like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.